Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Playtech TV. My name is Kevin, and today we're going to be checking out a laptop. It's the Acer Nitro. In particular, this model I have is the VN7-571G, the 15.6-inch display model. So let's get into it and start with the exterior. So size-wise, it's coming in at 257 millimeters long, 389 millimeters wide, and only 24 millimeters thick. It's very kind of basic looking with its matte black finish, although the tapered sides are nice. That makes it look a lot thinner than it actually is. And the chrome plastic at the back tries to spice it up a bit, but overall I just thought it looked pretty stock, pretty standard, nothing out of the ordinary. Now, as far as I/O goes, at the front all you have is a card reader. On the left hand side all you have is a lock slot. On the back you have absolutely nothing, and on the right hand side you have absolutely everything, including the AC input, a gigabit Ethernet connection, HDMI, triple USB 3.0, which was quite good to see, and a combo audio jack. Now specs wise, it's packing a decent punch for the price range that it's in. So it features an i7 4510U processor that's a dual core with a 2 GHz base clock, but will turbo all the way up to 3.1 GHz. RAM wise, it's featuring DDR3 16 GB kit, that's a 2x8 GB kit. Hard drive wise, it has a hybrid 1 TB HDD with an 8 GB SSD, man, that'd be horrible, SSD. So the SSD will just be for things like the OS, which is good. It means it's snappy. All laptops should have this now. I've said it quite a few times. Even just a small one like this, an 8 GB, just for the OS, just makes it so much more snappy, and it boots up so much quicker and just much better experience to use. So great job there. Now screen-wise, it's a 15.6-inch, like I said earlier, 1080p widescreen LED display with a super slim design, which is quite good to see. And we'll talk about that soon. Graphics-wise, it has a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 840M. That's got 2 GB of video memory, and it'll get you by for most things very well. And weight-wise, it's coming in at 2.5 kilograms, so very easy to carry around all day, not too heavy by any means. Now screen-wise, it features an IPS display, which means you're going to have great viewing angles. You're not going to get horrible color shifts, and especially vertical color shifts like you get with TN. So that's good to see. Brightness wise, I would have liked it if it could go a little bit brighter. It just felt a little bit dark at times, but maybe that's just me. And with some of the colors, it came out a little bit bluish, but again, maybe that's just me. But overall, I think it did a decent job. Now speakers wise, there's 4 speakers on the bottom. They were very good. They didn't sound tinny at all. They went really, really loud, and I was very impressed by them. There's absolutely no complaints here as far as the sound quality goes. Now, keyboard. So the layout was good, better than a lot that I've seen lately. The function keys were very good. They had the speaker volume up and volume down, and the brightness up and down on the arrow keys. That's what I always like to see because it's very handy having them there. The overall layout was very good, and of course it lights up nicely with the red LED backlights that are good to see and look amazing in low light conditions. To type on, it was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, all laptops aren't going to be as good as, say, a desktop mechanical keyboard, obviously. But yeah, it did a good job, and it's going to be fine for people writing documents or doing uni work or anything like that. The only funny thing was the enter key is kind of like conjoined with the backslash key, so that was a little bit weird, but it shouldn't cause you any problems. Now the touchpad, so this was my main complaint with the Nitro. The touchpad is horrible. There's just no other way to say it. It feels sticky, it feels unpredictable, it's difficult to use. I just didn't like it, and getting gestures to work is just impossible. So yeah, I really didn't like the touchpad. It is clicky, so that'll be fine, but yeah, I didn't think it was that good in particular. But if you're going to be using this a lot, say in one location at the office or at home, then just connect up a mouse and then you won't need to worry about it. And even if you're taking it to uni and things like that, I'd still probably recommend just bringing a mouse with you and you just forget about that touchpad, because I didn't find it to be good at all. Now webcam is just fine, it'll get you by on Skype very well. Speaking of Skype, it has a sticker saying it's Skype certified, which I've never seen before, but yeah, so that's a thing it has. Okay. Performance-wise, it's going to be pretty good for most low-requirement games, things like League of Legends and that. It'll do just fine for playing that. Beyond that, yeah, you might run into a few issues. You're probably going to have to run medium requirement games on a lower setting to make them run smoothly. So yeah, but for low requirement games, it'll do you just fine. Now, heat-wise, it was very good. The highest temperature I got the GPU to go up to was 57 degrees Celsius, and that was during the Heaven 4.0 DirectX 11 benchmark. And the highest I got the CPU to go up to was 65 degrees Celsius, and that was during Intel Extreme Tuning Utility, the stress test within that software. So very good there, very good temperatures. It was very quiet as well. The fans didn't ramp up too much, so quite silent operation, especially when you're just doing casual stuff like web browsing that. It was very good, very quiet, no complaints there in terms of making too much noise or anything like that. Now battery life. Now this always depends on the user, but with casual use you're probably going to see about 4.5 hours. Now if you put it on power saving mode, or depending on what you're doing, it could be more than that. With gaming and heavy use, it's obviously going to be a lot less than that, so it just depends on the use. But yeah, it's around 4.5 hours for the most part. Now software, it comes pre-installed with Windows 8.1. It also comes with a ton of pre-installed Acer software, which has some really cool utilities that some of you might use. It also has McAfee and has some Dolby software pre-installed, which is probably why the sound quality is so good. Now in conclusion, I think it's decent for the price bracket. I mean, the keyboard in that is really good. It's going to get you by for, you know, uni work or anything, and some light gaming and office work just fine, but the touchpad is really just not that good. So I would recommend using a mouse with it, and if you're gaming, you're obviously going to want to use a mouse anyway. But aside from that, it did pretty good for the most part. Yeah, it was just pretty good. Let's just leave it at that. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to Playtech TV, and you can see these videos as soon as they come out. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.